Hello everyone, this is Shadowlink here, and welcome to a bit of a different type of video today, since I didn't really have a video planned for Wednesday. In the past, and just a couple, 1 or 2 weeks ago, I was actually tagged in a tag video by our good friend T-Lord. Now, if you guys already don't know him, you guys should check him out. I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description below. Amazing guy. I love T-Lord. T-Lord's like super nice, and he's amazing as well. So you guys should definitely check him out if you haven't already. Also a fellow PokeTuber, so if you guys like Pokemon, go check him out. But anyways, basically what the tag video is a 9-question tag video that's pretty much just going to be about me, about my channel, about my life. Basically, you just get to find out more about me. So if you want to know more about me, then stick around, and yeah, you get to find out more stuff about me. So anyways, without me and my redundant comments, we will just move along to the questions. All right, so question number 1 is sum up the focus of your YouTube channel. I guess you guys pretty much already know what the focus of my YouTube channel is. I'm pretty much a full-time PokeTuber. I just recently kind of booted non-Pokemon LPs off the schedule, so that doesn't mean I'm never going to do a non-Pokemon LP again, but it basically means they're not going to be scheduled. I may do non-Pokemon LPs, may not, but they're not going to be like scheduled. If I do one, then they will be, but if I don't, then they just won't be. So yeah, we're pretty much all about Pokemon battles, Pokemon Showdown battles, Pokemon Wi-Fi battles. Obviously, we're going to be on top of Sun and Moon content as well. We're going to be doing battles, you know, our own playthrough, or our own playthrough. There might be a certain type of Nuzlocke that I might be doing. It comes out day 1. You guys might want to check that out. I'm going to keep it a secret for now. Take a look. We got the battle lock going. You guys don't already know the battle lock. You guys should probably check it out. Search up the battle lock. You'll definitely find me at least on page 1, I think. And you guys will get to find out all about that if you guys don't know about that already. Easily one of the funnest locks to do, in my opinion. Also, we got Pokemon League battles. So obviously we're in the UPA. So we have that going for us. Hyped for the Jersey Shellos. So yeah, that's pretty much what our channel is all about. Question number 2 is, what kind of hobbies do you have that you haven't shared on YouTube? Now, I know I kind of shared this a little bit with you guys, but I haven't really done videos on them. I play Super Smash Bros. Melee competitively, which means I go out to tournaments and stuff. Like, there are real tournaments for this stuff, guys. Super Smash Bros. Melee, released in 2001 by HAL Laboratories on the Nintendo GameCube. Yeah, there's actually a huge community for like about hundreds of thousands of people involved in this community. It's a very big community. It's not like we're a very well-known community. We're just, you know, very large in numbers. It's a very fun community to be into. So yeah, you could say we're in part of the, you know, fighting game community. A lot of people like want to discriminate us from that, but you know, it's fine. We play what we enjoy. And for those of you wondering who I main Falco, Young Link, and Link. Those are my mains. I'm not really the best. I don't really have a PR in my state or anything. I'm still pretty garbage compared to everyone else, but it's definitely something I enjoy to do. I'm not really looking to be the best, but it's definitely fun to go to a tournament every once in a while and just be like, ha, I could go like 1 and 2 instead of 0 and 2 in bracket. But yeah, I do that. I also I used to play ping pong a lot. I really used to play ping pong a lot. I also I didn't really like travel for ping pong tournaments, but usually there was like tournaments at school or tournaments at places where I'd take vacation. Or especially with my cousin. I remember me and my cousin, when we used to not really go on vacation a lot, but he used to take me. We used to hang out a lot. We go to tournaments and we play ping pong. We like trained and grinded in his garage. I remember those days. Those were really fun. And I'm not really like I'm not like the best at ping pong, but I'm definitely a lot better than most people are. So I got that rolling here. I'm not gonna be like number 1 any tournament. I always finish like usually in top plate, and then like top 8. Top 4 of each tournament if the tournament's like big or small. But I don't know. I even went to I sort of went to a big ping pong tournament that was like in my school one time. It was like hosted by this like famous ping pong player, and it was just like, oh, it's right by our school, let's just go to it. And I have a trophy for that. I remember for doing like crew battle ping pong. Basically high schools got together and basically split the teams of 3, and each person would play each other until pretty much best of 1 with each other. It's like 3 on 3 technically. 1v1. If one person loses, they're down to 2. Then they have to go. And if this person loses, then they're down to 2. And then they have to go. So it's. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying. Anyways, enough about that. Another thing, I know I already shared this with you guys a lot, especially in my update video, but I love doing GFX. GFX is something that I love to do, and I found a new love and passion for it. I just wish that I was like better at it, which is why I'm going to be doing it a lot, which is why I opened my own commission site. I really want to be an amazing GFX artist. I want to be proud that I could make my own art for my channel, my own layouts, my own icons. I really want to be able to do that. I'm not really good at drawing or anything, so I'm probably not going to go into that business, but I definitely will be trying to, you know, go into layouts, banners, icons business and see what I could do about that. But yeah, those are pretty much most of the things I do, or pretty much the main things I do with my life other than YouTube. Question number 3 is, what is your #1 talent, and what's a talent you wish you had? Fun fact, guys, not very talented. And I'm not saying that because it's like not true. It's because I feel like talent is something that you're good at, that naturally good at. You didn't really have to work for it or anything, but you naturally have a knack for it. And to be honest, being good at like graphics, YouTube, Melee, ping pong, like everything that I said before, graphics again, I pretty much worked for it. Pretty much. The only natural talent that I really had was singing. I used to have it, but now I'm not really a good singer anymore. My voice is pretty much gone due to a lot of things, aka screaming a lot on YouTube, or pretty much just like overusing my voice a lot. Now I know that's weird for me, but when I was in theater, I would have to belt a lot of my notes, and because I had to carry the bass section really hard, and due to belting a lot, I pretty much don't really have much of a voice to work with. I noticed this when I try to sing sometimes in the car, and it's like, wow, my voice is nothing like it used to be. So yeah, there's that, and there was running as well. Fun story behind that. When I was in middle school, I used to do track, and I would do all the short distance events, like 400 meters, which is like basically half a mile, and I could barely run that under like a minute 20, and that's technically bad. Well, in terms of like if you're a track runner, it's technically bad. So yeah, I was not really the best runner at all. But then all of a sudden in high school, my friend convinced me to just try out for the cross country team, and I was like, I was not like that. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And cross country is like super long distance. Like we're talking like in practice you could go on runs for 5 to 7 miles, and in meets you go on like the standard races 5K or 3.1 miles. So literally randomly out of nowhere, I became like the second best runner on the team as a freshman. It's just like, what? I was a terrible runner. Why is this happening to me? Like I never ran long distance like a day in my life. So I could say that was definitely probably a talent I had. Track definitely had nothing to do with that. I didn't really work in track a lot. I just kind of was one of those kids that was like, I'm just there, not really good at it. I was never really a hard worker on track until cross country came around. I worked hard for about 2 years, and then the next 2 years were just like realizing that as much as I had a talent for running, I just hated it. I really couldn't stand it anymore. There were more important things that I wanted to focus on in life, aka YouTube. I got in multiple fights with my parents about it, where it's like cross country is gonna get me nowhere. And in the end, I was right. Cross country really isn't gonna get me anywhere. It didn't really matter. So I was definitely right in the end. I'm not saying that just to be right. I'm saying that because I was right, because I'm going to community college and stuff like that, and I'm not really intending to go onto like real college that costs like 20 grand, 10 grand. Not really willing to do that to my parents. You know, it's just not okay to make your parents bankrupt like that. It's just like, no, I'm good. And yeah, I do have plans that I'm trying to work out for that. But anyways, it's okay. I've dashed out the question. Next question. Next part of the question. What's the talent you wish I had? I wish I was artistic. I really wish I was artistic, because A, that would help my GFX game so much. B, I would be the most creative person in the world. Or not really, but I'd just be like a creative person. And I'm not saying like I'm not a creative person, but I'm just saying like it's hard. Like when you don't have like that artistic mindset, it's hard to be like creative. And it's just like, it bothers me. Like I really want to be good at art because GFX it involves being artistic, and I really want to be a really good GFX artist. You know, I want to be like good PokeTuber as well, but I think in order to be a good PokeTuber, a good YouTuber in general, you also need to have quality graphics as well. That's just me. That's just in my opinion. I think you need to I think you need quality in all aspects, whether it be video-wise, audio wise, personality wise, and graphics wise. I think those are like 4 like main things I think you should be, you should always focus on when trying to become a better YouTuber. That's just YouTube tips. All right, we completely just like went on. We keep going on tangents, but anyways, on to the next question. What are 3 main character traits that define you? Now I decided to get a little personal with this because I really want to be real with you guys at this point. I don't want you guys to just see, ooh, super positive Shadow all the time. But anyways, one character trait that's pretty negative is being a worrywart. And I want to say like being a worrywart plus getting easily nervous all the time, because I feel like those are pretty much 2 of the same thing. But basically, I worry a lot about like my friends, my life, my future. If I don't really know what's going on, like definitely, I'm not saying like if I don't know anything that's going on, like obviously I can handle surprises and stuff, but especially in the place where I'm at now, where I'm in community college, I really don't have plans to go on to college after community college, and I really want to work hard and become a GFX artist or become a YouTuber, one or the other. It's both risky business, guys, but that's just me. That's what I really want. It's just like my hopes and dreams. So I'm a firm believer that if you work hard at something and don't give up, then you can make your dreams come true. So but obviously being able to do this like as a job, it requires just a little bit of luck too, so I'm very nervous that I'm gonna flop and become nobody pretty fast. I get very nervous about if you want me to be more lighthearted, I get very nervous in competitive games, whether it be competitive Overwatch, competitive Melee, competitive Pokemon. I get very nervous very easily, especially if I'm playing someone of high stature or high notoriety. I get very nervous very easily, and I start like breaking down. And a lot of times when I'm salty, like if you see me in Showdown where I'm salty a lot, that's pretty much me also being nervous at the same time, knowing that I'm gonna lose. And then when I just make a bad play, I'm just like, ugh. And then that's just me just like panicking. When I get nervous, I get panicked, and I start being stupid. And that's a lot of my downfalls with a lot of things. But yeah, even just thinking about it, I'm like, I need to take deep breaths because I'm starting to get nervous just thinking about everything that's going on in my life and stuff. But yeah, that's definitely something that happens to me a lot. I get very nervous all the time. I don't know if I suffer from like anxiety disorder or anything. I haven't really gone to a doctor about it. I feel like I shouldn't need to, but I don't know. That's just me. That's just my opinion. Anyways, let's move on to the second one. I think I've rambled on enough for the first one. The second one, another negative one. I'm very self-destructive as a person, and what I mean by that is that there's always a way where I find out that I could convince myself that I'm just a terrible person, like in general. Like no matter what I do, no matter how many good things I could do, no matter all the bad things I do, or whatever, I always find a way to outweigh the bad with the good and just say, Shadow, you're a terrible person. Just delete. And it's just terrible. Like I know that that's a really bad mindset to have, and I'm really trying my hardest to change it. I really don't want to be like that for the rest of my life. I really don't. But sometimes it's so hard because I've lived with this like for years of my life, without even not really without realizing it, just without like knowing what to do about it. I didn't really know what to do about it at all. Like being very self-destructive, just calling myself a terrible person, just being very depressed all the time because I feel like if I do one thing bad, then the whole world is just over for me. It's very easy to get. It's not very easy to get me upset. It's just very easy to get myself upset. Like people usually don't really get me upset a lot. It's more that I could get myself upset easier than other people can. So I've lived with it for a very long time. I'd say a couple years now. I'm just realizing that I really want to like fix this now, but it's so hard. Like after you've been like doing this for years to yourself, it's so hard to change, and it's pretty much just stuck to me as a trait, and I really don't know what to do about it. But I'm planning. I want to make myself a better person, so I'm going to try and get rid of that trait for me. I know that I can't be a perfect person and please everyone and do everything right, but there's anything that I want to do, I want to get rid of that trait for myself. And hold it to me, guys, hold it to me because of this video. Now, like, I'm going to try it, and like, at least even if I have to fake it till I make it, just like smile all the time and just like, it's fine, everything's fine, and try to just shut down that mindset. Like, just hold it to me, guys, just hold it to me. I will eventually push through it. But yeah, that's another thing I have going on with me. So to end off on a good note, though, a positive trait that could define me: I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm very passionate when it comes to Melee. I'm very passionate when it comes to YouTube. When it comes to GFX, I always want to be better. I always think there's a way that I can improve my videos. I can improve my plays in Melee. I can improve my artwork in GFX. I always think there's a way where I could always be doing better, and I'm constantly looking to do that all the time. And it's something that I really look forward to doing, because, you know, providing quality content for you guys is really, you know, what really drives me. I'm just so passionate. I'm so set on, like, you know, just not wanting to, you know, work an office job or something like that. I'm so set on trying to make this like an actual thing for me. I know that, like, it's a weird mindset to have, where it's like, you don't, I don't know, a lot of YouTubers get looked down upon for saying that, oh, I would love to make, you know, YouTube my full-time job. I don't know why a lot of people like look down on that when people say that, but for me, it's if you want me to be real, that's what I'm trying to do. I really think that if I put in the hard work and effort, like, maybe I can make it. I don't know, guys, but I'm very passionate about that idea of, you know, becoming a notable, you know, PokeTuber and things like that. But obviously, like, I'm actually pretty happy with how my channel's been going. 175 subs with pretty active viewers, you know, some likes, some comments, some interaction, even just the littles of interaction. Every time that somebody hits a subscribe button, or every time a comment is left, I just feel pretty happy. Like, it's just like, wow, like, people actually want to subscribe to me, and actually, like, want to interact with me on my videos, leaving a comment down below. Like, it's just amazing. Like, every time that happens, it helps me get through my day a little bit more. I have a bit of a stressful thing going on in my head, so, or with my life, really. So it's just like, every time that happens, I feel like I could take a deep breath and be like, this is nice. This is definitely nice. But anyways, yeah, I'm very passionate about what I do. You can really tell if I really like to do something because of what I do, what I'm willing to do, to, you know, the sacrifices I'm willing to make to do for it. But yeah, I'm just a very passionate person. So anyways, now that I've rambled long enough about that, let's get into the next question. Question number 5, what do you do to relax? Now, like I said before in the last question, guys, I get nervous very easily. I may or may not suffer from anxiety or things like that. So basically, it's really hard for me to relax because I'm always doing something, even though I'm doing nothing. Like, I'm always either working on YouTube, I'm always doing schoolwork, I'm always working. It's like a cycle in between the three. Like, either working on my computer, at actual work, or I'm at school. It's like one of those three things that's going on. I'm always doing something, always. It's like, it's very hard to not be busy sometimes. So relaxing isn't really my forte, but a lot of people might call me weird for this. For those of you who don't know about ASMR, that's what I've been listening to, so I'm like able to go to sleep half the time at night, because I struggle a lot with going to sleep as well, which is why I'm tired in my videos a lot, because I have a hard time sleeping and whatnot. And ASMR, if you don't know what ASMR is, just look it up. It's very hard to describe, but I've been listening to that to be able to go to sleep. So I guess you could say that that's what I listen to relax. I remember I even listened to ASMR while I was doing homework, and it helped me. It helped me relax and, like, help me just work through everything faster. So I guess that's one way that I relax. Obviously hanging out with friends too, that helps me relax too. But mostly, if I'm alone and stuff, pretty much ASMR is the way. Question number 6, do you have pets? If so, what kind and their names? So, fun fact, I have 0 pets. I remember I had a pet goldfish that lasted about 2 weeks, and then it died, and I cried. I was like 10 at the time, so it was like, it was the only pet I had. I had attachment to it, and when it died, I flushed it down the toilet. I like ran out of the bathroom crying. It's funny looking back at it, but if I were to ever have a pet, it'd definitely be a cat. A lot of people are like, oh, you're not a dog person? Jeez, you're a guy and not a dog person? Triggered! But don't assume what pet I like. Sounding like Tumblr, but regardless, I love cats. Cats are like my most favorite animal of all time, and I really, really want a cat. Having a cat would be so awesome, and it'd be really, really cool. I really want a cat. That'd be awesome. I just really want a cat. Ever since like I was young, I loved cats. So it's not like I just recently found a love for cats and how fluffy and cute they are and quiet at the same time. It's just that I just really want a cat. All right, so the more you know about me. So anyways, on to the next question. All right, so who is your celebrity crush? Fun fact, guys, if you were to ask me anything about real life pop culture and anything about celebrities, I would say I have no idea. So if we were to talk about YouTube celebrities, all right. So yeah, since I don't know any real celebrities, I guess out of YouTubers, I'd say, if I'd smart, I'd cut that out because I feel so embarrassed right now. Other than your family members, who are your role models? Now, there's one person that I mention sometimes on the channel that is a really and a very inspirational person in my life, and is actually like help me out. There's two people actually. Shady Penguin and A Drive. Now let me start with Shady Penguin. I've been with Shady Penguin ever since like the tens of when he only had like 10K up. I remember I found his X and Y Wi-Fi battles and I watched those a lot. I watched the remember the what was it? The Drayano hack he played, the Drayano egg lock he played. I think that was egg lock. Was it egg lock? I'm not sure. He played a Nuzlocke of some sorts. I remember that. But yeah, that was. I remember that was like one of the earliest playthroughs I watched with them. Even the Fire Red Nuzlocke they made. Oh my goodness. Fire Red Shady Lock they made. But anyways, enough about that. Basically, watching Shady Penguin, he's a very nice person. He's a very caring person. He's very passionate. He's very real with everyone. And it's just like, if there was any person that I'd want to be in the world right now, it'd be Shady Penguin. Because to me, he's like such a perfect person. Like that, I just look up to him so much. He's like one of the best people in the world. And like, he gives like this insane like positive vibe. Like whenever I watch a video of his, I just get like lifted up. It's just like my mood just lifts, and it's just like I'm happy, and it inspires me to record my own videos all the time, no matter what time it is, no matter how I'm feeling. If I watch a Shady Penguin video, if I watch the whole thing, I'm just like, wow, you know what, I gotta go record a video right now. He's done a lot for me. He's definitely lifted my mood a lot. He's definitely someone I look up to a lot, and someone I definitely want to be, if anyone. And another person that I look up to, A Drive. There's a little bit of story that I don't know if I should tell you guys or not, but yeah, I'm just gonna tell it. All right. So, anyways, this is very, very personal, so I'll leave a timestamp to skip to if you guys aren't like okay with like kind of like super serious stuff, like super serious stuff. But anyways, what happened? I would say about 2 years ago, 1 year ago, anywhere between 1 and 2 years ago, I believe. I had a really rough breakup, but this was Old Shadow. Old Shadow would be absolutely destroyed by a breakup and like literally cry himself to sleep like every night. And it's just like I'm not like that anymore. Like I'm not like, if a relationship breaks up, the world ends for me. I had a lot of realizations out of the 5 relationships that I've had, but let's just say the breakup was really bad. I got cheated on multiple times. I went back to her multiple times because she said she was sorry. And basically, she broke it off completely, and pretty much for another guy. And that crushed me. That completely crushed me. And I'm actually glad she broke it off, though. Like, right now, I'm very glad she broke it off, because that was the most toxic relationship I've ever been in my life. Or second to most toxic. Second to most toxic thing I've been in my life. But, anyways, what ended up happening is that I was really feeling down that night. I was feeling absolutely terrible that night. Basically, if you want me to be completely honest, I was feeling suicidal that night. Like, that's how bad it was. And I'm really disappointed to say something like that, because you should, over something like in a relationship, to feel that way, you shouldn't. You know, I'm not saying like you can't feel that way. Like it's just this is the whole self-destructive thing I was talking about, guys. Like it's like I can't tell myself that I can't feel like it's okay to feel sad. It's okay. It's honestly okay to feel sad over a breakup. It's okay to feel depressed about it. It's okay to feel mad. It's okay to feel whatever you want to feel. Like let your feelings flow. Just let your feelings flow. Just never like do anything rash because of it. But anyways, going on. I was feeling suicidal that night. I called the suicide hotline, and that didn't go over well. Suicide hotline didn't really help me that much, and then it was kind of like we hung up on just like the state of me still feeling the same way, but not really feeling any better, and not really feeling any worse either. So what ended up happening is that A Drive was streaming 24 hours on Twitch, and what ended up happening, I don't know why I did this. I feel like such an intention whore for saying this, but I ended up donating like the rest of my PayPal money to him, because I remember the message I sent. It was like, hey A Drive, you seem like a really cool streamer. I knew about A Drive, and I thought he was a pretty cool guy, and he was the only person that I knew streaming at the time. So I was like, all right, here's the rest of my PayPal money. I won't really need it. I'm going through like a terrible time or something. And what ended up happening is that A Drive literally like postponed he just stopped whatever he was doing. He stopped the shiny hunting completely. Like he just put everything on hold, asked for me, where are you in chat, Shadow? I need to talk to you. And what ended up happening is that him and his whole chat of like thousands of viewers literally just got on me and just like saved me. Like I never felt, I was crying like tears of joy because of how many people were just basically trying to say, don't do it, you can do it, like everything's gonna be okay, we promise, we're all here for you. And I remember I was crying tears of joy because of it, because it was the amount of support I got. And ever since then I feel like I've owed A Drive my life because of it, because basically he saved my life. So I really owe A Drive my life because of that, and I really want to make like an actual like, I want to make like a $200 donation to A Drive. I can't really afford to do that right now, but if I ever have an extra $200, I'm donating it straight to A Drive, because it's pretty much the least I could do for him for pretty much saving my life that one night where I don't think I would have done it, but I could have. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. But yeah, so that's why I also look up to A Drive. He just pretty much saved my life, and I'm really, really grateful for him, and I look up for him for doing that. All right, and the last question is, what is your favorite favorite joke or funny story to tell? Now, I have a lot of stories, guys, and I'm gonna end on a positive note. This doesn't really seem like ending on a positive note, but when I look back at this was really funny. So what ended up happening is that I was at cross-country practice, all right? Let's just envision this. It was a cross-country practice. We were waiting at a park, and basically we were at a picnic table right next to a parking lot. And what ended up happening is that one of my teammates parked his car terribly, and everyone was ripping on him for it. Like it was just such a bad parking job. And what ended up happening was that my other teammate was like, all right, let's just fix this. And they all literally just crowded around the car like a bunch of idiots. So literally they crowded around the car while they were backing up, and it was like, oh my goodness. But me, little old smart me, was sitting by the picnic table. I was either playing with my 3DS or my laptop. I'm pretty sure it was my 3DS, I want to say, because I wasn't really using my laptop that much. It might have been my laptop because I was playing a ROM hack, or it might have been my 3DS because I might have been reading. I don't know, one or the other. But basically, my battery died. Like, it just died. I was like, well, looks like I gotta be social right now. And because sitting at the picnic table awkwardly was just getting boring, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna get up. And they still haven't backed up the car yet. They were just like, just goofing around. What ended up happening is as I was walking over to the car, I pretty much got right next to it along with everyone else, even though like because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know that one of my teammates was saying, everyone get away from the freaking car, he's trying to back it up. Nobody was listening, so I didn't hear it either. And then what ended up happening is I tripped, I fell, and all of a sudden he tried to back up and the car was on top of my foot. The car was on top of my foot, not like this, but like if you roll it on the side, it was like this. The tire was on top of my foot like that. So that was extremely painful. It was really bad. And pretty much what ended up happening is that I screamed so loud, everyone went dead silent. The driver panicked, obviously. Like, my teammate panics, like, what do I do? So he literally backs up, like, as fast as he can off of me. And, I almost died, too, because what ended up happening is that he dragged me up. The tire, like, went up my leg. And it went all the way up to my thigh. And it was about to, like, get up to, like, my stomach and my, you know, crotch right there. And luckily, the car got off of me by then. And I was so lucky to be alive. I was so lucky to be alive because that could have been so bad. But and basically I was taken to the hospital and I was in a cast for about 6 months. And they felt obviously my teammates felt really bad about it, and I was out for the rest of the season. And I was pretty much out of sports for the rest of the year. But to be honest, I didn't mind that much. Cross country was killing me at that point, and I was like, I was almost happy I got ran over by a car. I remember I called my mom because I had to tell her that obviously I got ran over by a car, and she's like, and this is at the point where my parents knew that I hated cross country. So I was like, Mom, and she's like, yeah, my foot got ran over by a car, and she's like, what? You mean you got ran over just so you could get out of cross country? She literally thought I did it on purpose just so that I could get out of cross country. And I was like, Mom, no, I'm desperate to get out of it, but I'm not that desperate, okay? And I was just like, Mom, no, I wouldn't do that. I'm not that stupid, okay? And I look back at it and say that's a funny story because the moral of the story is always charge your electronic devices before you leave the house, or you could end up getting run over by a car. That's the moral of the story that I've developed from that. So yeah, after that I pretty much charge all my stuff before I leave the house now, or I bring a portable charger with me. Yep, that's what I've learned from that. But yeah, I don't know about you, but for me that's a very funny story to tell. But anyways, guys, that concludes it for the tag video. I'm very sorry that I blabbed for a very long time and stuff like that. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed finding out more about me and you're still here, please, I would appreciate it if you leave a like, comment down below. And if you're new around here and you want to see more, please subscribe. The people that I tag for this video are... Alright, so pretty much since everyone I know has been tagged, I feel like everyone I know has been tagged. I don't know. I think Logical Rhythm was already tagged in the tag videos. I was gonna tag him, but I can't. I could tag the Mega Cacturn, the Hungry Bidoof. You guys are definitely getting tagged. But if they haven't already been tagged or they don't have the ability to do this right now, I am tagging everyone watching this video right now. So if you made it this far, congratulations. You have been tagged. And it is up to you if you want to make this video or not. I will leave the questions down in the description below, so you don't have to like scroll through the video trying to find the questions. So yeah, so anyone who wants to make a tag video, congratulations, you now have been tagged. So yeah, so and if you're gonna make a tag video, leave a comment down below saying that you're gonna do it, and I will look out for it because I'm curious. What are my fans like, you know? But yeah, that's pretty much all that I have for this video. So if you enjoyed this video, I already said please leave a like and comment down below. And if you're new around here and you want to see more, please do subscribe. Anyways, that's it for me on my vlogs. This is Shadowlink, signing out.